Hey guys, it's ViLo Energy Healing. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the month of September. These messages may not resonate with every Gemini out there, so please just take what resonates with you and leave out the rest. Also, stay tuned for your bonus info. That's going to be coming up right after this. All right, Gemini, let's see what we have for you this month. You know, this month, friendships and connections are being questioned. Okay, September is showing you that not everyone who smiles in your face is a friend or has good intentions. Okay, between like fake friends, gossip, and that draining, shady energy, everything's being exposed. Okay, it's time to figure out who's truly in your corner and who's not. You know, it's time for you to just step back and just figure out what you really want. You know, you're done with all the BS, okay? You need space to clear your head and figure shit out. Okay, this month is pushing you to focus on yourself, okay? Not what everyone else thinks. You know, reflection and solitude are key right now. You know, you're finally breaking free from that victim mindset, okay? But there's still hesitation because you're still waiting for someone else to like save you. You know, the real challenge is trusting yourself enough to take that first step without depending on anyone else. You know, you're slowly recovering from, I want to say like a period of loss, rejection, or maybe being left out or abandoned. But the only way to move forward is to accept it and stop clinging to situations that made you feel worthless. You know, healing comes when you choose to believe that you deserve better. You know, it's like you've been chasing goals and you kept going no matter what got in your way. Okay, this drive is what got you here, but it also made you rush past things that needed like more patience or more attention. Okay, looking back, you may realize that not everything was worth chasing. You know, right now, you're restless. You want movement, excitement, and change, anything but standing still. But if you're not careful, you'll jump into something reckless, okay? You're chasing distraction, okay? But deep down, you're also trying to outrun something that you don't want to deal with. You know, soon you're going to see that conflict and drama actually calms down, but only because one of you stopped fighting. Okay, someone wants to make peace and get rid of the tension, but it doesn't erase what was said. Okay, you'll need to decide whether peace means closure or maybe just a pause. You know, you see through the bullshit lies now. And when you speak, you can communicate in a way that just like cuts straight to the point. Okay, that type of clarity can't be ignored and it forces people to face the truth. Okay, it's your biggest advantage this month. You know, you're dealing with someone overbearing and arrogant as hell. Their energy feels like control more than anything, okay? They think they're in charge, but they're just insecure. Okay, pay attention to how they project their issues onto you. You know, you want progress and you want things to move fast, okay? Communication, messages, answers, but you're afraid that if you go too fast, you're gonna spiral out of control. And at the same time, waiting around just feels like it's driving you crazy. You know, you might have a hard time finding that right pace, but by the end of the month, there's hesitation about the future, right? You've got choices, but fear and doubt is making you second guess your plans or maybe delay making a big move. And it's keeping you from like fully committing to the future that you want. The opportunity is there, but the question is whether you'll be ready for it or not. All right. Hey Gemini, it's Vita with ViLo Energy Healing. Welcome back to part 2 of your reading. All right, this is gonna be your bonus info for the month of September. Okay, let's start off with some timing windows. I'm gonna start from the beginning of the month and work my way up to the end. Let's see what we got here. All right, so already we have the 3rd to the 6th. That's when like isolation and clarity happens, okay? Or when someone's like pulling back from like fake or draining people. All right. We got from the 10th to the 12th. Okay, so that's when that breakthrough moment takes place, okay? Where you're no longer like trapped in doubt. The 17th to the 20th, okay, that's like when communication feels rushed or fast, okay? Like messages or like news coming in quick. The 24th to the 27th, okay, that's when you're gonna be like stalling on a plan or maybe second guessing about the future, okay? All right, I'm gonna jump into zodiac signs. Okay, let me just see here. Okay, these are just signs that came through strong in your reading. Okay, it could be someone that you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be. Okay, don't get too fixated on the signs. You could be dealing with any sign. The first one I see is Virgo. Okay, that talks about isolation, self-reflection. I'm also seeing Cancer here. Okay, that has to do with emotional ties, control in like relationships or friendships. We also have fire energy here. We have Sagittarius. That has to do with that hot and cold passion, you know, reckless moves, stuff like that. We have all the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay, so that has to do with like truth, communication, like cutting through like the illusions, okay? Let me just see here. I'm also gonna pull up some phrases that you could be saying, thinking, or feeling, okay? Ooh, someone saying, I'm not playing games anymore. That's not what you said before. I can't trust that energy. You need to prove it. All right. Some symbols that I'm picking up. Okay, these could be things that you're totally ignoring. Seeing like a mask. Okay, that has to do with like hidden motives or someone's like true face being exposed or revealed. Seeing like a pen or a signature, okay, like maybe like signing contracts or important written communication. A door that won't shut, that's like something unfinished, okay, something that's left open. There's also these crossroads, okay, that has to do with indecision, hesitation, choices that, you know, aren't fully made yet, okay? I'm also picking up on like gossip or like third party interference being exposed. Also someone's like leader energy kind of falls flat, okay, like when because like their actions don't match, I don't want to say the words, like their confidence. I'm also picking up that an important conversation kind of clears up weeks of confusion, okay? But it may not bring the answers that you hope for. All right, so those are all things that you guys need to watch out for. Okay, I'm gonna be pulling some initials that you guys might be dealing with, okay? This could be your name, their name, first initial, maybe last name, first name, last name. Let's see here. Okay, I'm picking up on A, C, D, J, L, M, S, and T. Okay, that looks like that's about it. All right, guys, that's what I have for you today. If you're enjoying the bonus info and you want me to continue this way, just hit the like button or leave me a quick comment to let me know. Thanks for watching, and until next time, sending you love and light.